All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Today, we are tackling something a lot of you have been asking about.
Yeah.
Learning English.
Big topic.
It is, so we are going to narrow our focus a little bit.
Okay.
And we're going to take a look at one specific learning technique.
I like it.
Yeah. We found this tip from a teacher named Sam.
Okay.
And it's all about using English media
Ah.
to improve your English skills.
Interesting.
But, and here's the catch, it's not just about passively watching TV or listening to music.
Gotcha.
There's an active component here that Sam really emphasizes.
Oh, I'm intrigued. What's the secret sauce?
Well, Sam's all about using movies and shows, podcasts, even books
Right.
as active learning tools.
So it's not just about enjoying the story.
Exactly.
It's about actively engaging with the language.
Yeah. Sam's big idea, and I love this, is hear it in action, learn it in action.
I like that.
So instead of, getting bogged down in grammar rules,
Memorizing. Yeah.
just memorizing tables and all that, Sam says you should really pay attention to how the language is actually being used in real conversations, in movies and TV shows and podcasts.
So like pay attention to how tenses are used in dialogue.
Exactly. That's a great example.
Yeah.
Sam believes that this kind of natural exposure helps you internalize grammar rules.
Yeah, like organically,
Yeah.
instead of just trying to memorize them in a vacuum.
Makes sense to me.
It does to me too, actually.
What do you think? Does this approach hold water?
Absolutely. I think it really taps into the way we naturally learn languages. Think about how kids learn. They don't start with textbooks.
Right.
They listen to their parents and they imitate what they hear.
And they pick up patterns.
Exactly. It's all about immersion.
Right. It's like learning a song by ear instead of just reading the sheet music.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah. You get a feel for the melody and the rhythm and the flow much faster that way.
Absolutely, yeah.
But how do we actually put this into practice? I mean, it sounds great in theory, but what are the actual steps?
Well, Sam suggests starting with just 10 minutes a day.
Okay.
10 minutes of any English media that you enjoy. Could be a TV show, a movie, a podcast, whatever.
Okay, so pick your favorite.
Exactly. And while you're watching or listening,
Yeah.
really pay attention to how tenses are used.
Okay.
For example, let's say you're watching a historical drama. You're likely to hear a lot of past perfect tense, to describe events that happened before another event in the past.
Right, like they'll say, oh, I had already left the house when the phone rang.
Exactly. Or I had finished the report before the deadline.
Okay, so really zeroed in on those sentences.
Yes. And as you hear them, try to analyze how they're constructed.
Got it. So it's about active listening and observation.
Precisely.
Not just passive consumption.
Right. It's about training your ear to recognize those patterns.
So I'm watching my show, and I hear a sentence that uses, the past perfect or the present perfect or whatever.
Yep.
What do I do? Do I just kind of make a mental note or?
Well, you can do that, but I think it's even more effective if you pause and rewind.
Okay.
And really dissect the structure of the sentence.
I break it down.
Yeah. Look at how the verb is conjugated.
See all the different parts.
Exactly. And how those different parts work together to create meaning.
And maybe even write it down.
Exactly. That's a great way to reinforce what you're learning.
Got it. So we're watching, we're listening, we're pausing, we're rewinding.
We're analyzing.
We're analyzing anything else we can do to really get the most out of this 10-minute exercise.
Yeah. I would say focus on one specific tense each day.
Oh, okay.
So maybe today you're all about the present perfect.
Okay.
Tomorrow you tackle the past continuous.
Kind of like a focus workout for your grammar muscles.
Exactly. And another tip is to try using those tenses yourself.
Oh.
After you've observed them in action.
So write a paragraph or have a conversation.
Yeah. Put that newly acquired knowledge into practice.
It's like anything else,
Use it or lose it.
Got to use it. So I'm curious about something.
Okay.
If you were going to try this technique, what shows or movies would you personally pick?
That's a good question. I think it would depend on the tense I wanted to focus on.
Okay.
For example, if I wanted to practice the present continuous, a show like Friends would be perfect.
Yeah.
Lots of everyday conversations,
They're always asking each other, what are you doing?
Exactly.
What you up to?
Lots of present continuous in there.
Or what about for the future tense?
Oh, for the future tense, maybe a fast-paced sci-fi film like Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, interesting choice.
Yeah. They're always talking about what's going to happen, what's to come.
Yeah, a lot of predictions and plans.
Exactly. Lots of future tense in there.
I love that. And I'm thinking a historical drama like The Crown could be a gold mine for past perfect practice.
Absolutely. You'll hear sentences like, the Queen had already addressed the nation when the scandal broke.
Perfect example.
It's about strategically choosing content that aligns with the grammatical structures you want to master.
So it's not just about picking something you enjoy.
Right.
It's about picking something that will also help you achieve your language learning goals.
Exactly.
So to wrap things up, it seems like this combination of immersing ourselves in English media and then actively analyzing what we hear
Yeah,
could be a really powerful way to improve.
absolutely.
And I think it's a technique that can be applied to other skills as well.
Oh, I completely agree with that.
It's not just limited to language learning.
No, it's about finding examples of mastery in any field you're passionate about, and then really studying those examples, taking them apart.
Deconstructing them.
Yeah, figuring out what makes them tick.
And then trying to apply those principles to your own work.
Exactly. Whether it's music, art, coding, whatever.
Surround yourself with excellence.
Yeah, and study it actively.
Love it. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I have one final question for our listeners.
Okay.
What could your 10-minute clip be? What could you spend 10 minutes a day actively studying and analyzing to help you level up your skills in whatever you're passionate about?
That's something to think about.
It is. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.